duo right now is Josh Radnor, actor and musician. We've got Ben Lee, singer-songwriter. For Radnor and Lee, their new album's coming out on June 19th. It's called Golden State. We're going to talk about that. We've got a video here. We've got so much to cover. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. And since we've got you both on separate lines, I'll just go to Josh first. Josh, just ask you, how you've been holding up during quarantine. What's it been like for you?
It's so weird. I look animated and delayed, but I'm going to do my best. Some of this suits me in a weird way, just because I've been a self-generating artist for a long time. I learned in my actor unemployment days how to wake up and fill my days, and getting set to release this record, and just making other music and writing other things. So I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm trying to also keep tabs on the wider world and not fall too much into my own rabbit hole. It's been okay.
Yeah, I think we're all trying to do that. I mean, it's really easy to get sucked into your own rabbit hole at the same time. Ben, going to you, I want to ask about this, bringing up the record, the new record coming out on June 19th, and you certainly have a prolific history of releasing records, not only the other one that you two have, but plenty of other ones. What's it like releasing a record during a pandemic like this?
Sorry, I've lost you. I'm back. Hey, there you are. Can you see me? Cool. What's it like? It hasn't happened yet, so I have my. It's weird. I have both concerns about it, meaning I think the news cycle is moving incredibly quickly, and I'm hopeful that people can pay attention to something for longer than a few hours, but it's hard for myself too. So there is a concern, but there's also an obligation as an artist to continue to share and to be optimistic and hopeful. And it's a time when I know I'm listening to a lot of music. We need a lot of music. So, there's pros and cons to it, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, I mean, and you're right. We do need music. We need entertainment. We need artists like what you're doing. Exactly. But normally I know probably this would be accompanied with a tour or performing in front of audiences. And since you can't do that, you two have found still ways to collaborate together. And I guess, Josh, let me ask you that. What's that experience been like collaborating online, and what kind of tech have you been using to be able to do that?
Well, we've been using, this kind of tech and sending each other, recordings back and forth and syncing up and getting good at, GarageBand and all these different, I just ordered a bunch of recording equipment, which I'm going to pester Ben with later today to help me get set up and figure out. So, it's like we're still doing the same thing, just with this extra kind of step or these extra kind of hitches involved, but it's still two people really trying to collaborate and, figure out how to get music to people. And that's been going on for a long time, and that'll go on for a long time, from now.
Well, talking about the new album, Golden State, Ben, maybe you can walk us through just a little bit about what's different with this album compared to the previous one, and what are you most looking forward to people getting from this album?
I think with the first album, it was very much a side project in a sense. We sort of did bits of it here and there. Josh wasn't playing guitar. We didn't have as much a cohesive vision. That's sort of what happens when you start out. On this record, we'd become better together, both singing and playing and writing. And so we recorded in a very 60s, 70s, live harmonies, organic, a lot of mistakes in a good way. The kind of thing that you can only do as you get better. So that's really, the record is just about kind of, I think, the vibe of our friendship and our interests and the way we, the sort of energy we like to create together.
And that's something we're going to be hearing here in just a minute too. We've got the video Down in the Dirt that we're going to be playing that you both collaborated on, and I'm really looking forward to having that play on here. But before we talk about that, I do have something else I wanted to ask each of you. Both, outside of what your career is together, certainly you have prolific careers on your own. And one thing that a lot of people are doing in quarantine is binge watching or binge listening to things. So Josh, for you, I mean, a lot of people honestly are binge watching How I Met Your Mother. I mean, that's something that people would do anyway, let alone right now. I mean, you're one of those shows that provides, it's almost like a comfort show for a lot of people. But since that's probably not what you're probably not binge watching yourself. What TV show would you binge watch? That's what show would be binge watchable for you?
I mean, what have I done? I did Unorthodox on Netflix, which I loved. I'm doing the Ken Burns country music documentary. I'm watching Dave on FX, which is super funny. Better Things. I don't know. I'm having to train myself how to be a better TV watcher. I always reach for either a book or listening to music first, but there's so much good content out there, and I make TV. You know, I've been doing TV for a long time, so I'm trying to listen to what people say is worth watching, and there's some amazing stuff out there. So I'm not lacking for entertainment options.
Nice. Well, Ben, for you, you know, looking at it from a music standpoint, certainly everybody's. I mean, I feel like everybody's listening to music even more than normal, which it's so necessary. For you, what's one artist or album that you could listen to over and over?
The new Christian Lee Hudson stuff, I think, is fantastic. He's got an album coming out called Beginners, and there's a few singles out from that. And my favorite thing I've watched is Beef House, the Tim and Eric sort of fake sitcom that's on Amazon. That's my favorite thing. So yeah, there's been lots of cool stuff to consume and enjoy.
Yeah, there really is. And that is a great selection, too, by the way. Tim and Eric, fantastic. All right, well, talking about what we're going to be watching here coming up next. And I believe this is the debut of this that we're going to get to see. Josh, tell us about this song, just what it is that people can expect from this, and maybe a little bit behind the story of this song.
Yeah, this song's called Down in the Dirt. It's funny, we recorded the bulk of, before I left to go to New York to shoot this show, Hunters, we recorded the bulk of this album last March. And there were two tracks that we loved the songs, but we didn't feel like we got it. So we went back in the studio and reworked these two tracks, and this is one of them. And we found a different vibe for this song that was much more in line with the tone of the record. And it's, you know, I think it's a really good song for this moment because it's about resilience and about, a regenerative kind of spirit that happens in the dark or in the struggle. You know, it's kind of Dark Night of the Soul song. Yeah, it's called Down in the Dirt. And, you know, the chorus is, well, you'll hear it. You know, I don't want to say anything more about it, but I think it's quite a good moment for this song.
Definitely. Well, I want to say thank you to both of you for joining us to talk about this too. And Ben, just to reiterate for everybody too, so it's June 19th is when the album comes out. Anything else we should let people know about it and what they can expect with the album as a whole?
That it's going to be their favorite record of the year. So I guess just to sort of clear a lot of time to listen to it, allow it to permeate their psyches, every cell of their body. It may rewrite some of their DNA, so don't be surprised by that. Future generations will be affected by it. And hopefully just people to approach it with the type of reverence mixed with resentment that sometimes life-changing works of art can engender within us.
Hear, hear.
Wow, that's a lot to live up to right there. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you to both of you. Josh, really quick, I did want to say Lonnie Flash is a great character. You were fantastic in Hunters.
Thanks so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Love it. But here we go. We've got the debut. So Josh, Ben, thank you so much for being here on Digital Trends Live. Appreciate it. The album coming out June 19th. It will change your life. Ben Lee just said it right now. This is one of those things, one of those moments you'll remember where you were. But let's go ahead and debut this right now. Really thankful for them putting this together for us. Here it is, Down the Dirt, right here on Digital Trends Live.
Don't try to tell me what I gotta believe in, 'cause I know my angels and I know my demons, and I can't speed up the change of seasons. Gonna stay right here, and I got my reasons. Tried to tame the river, tried to stop that feeling, but you can't stop hurting, like you can't stop breathing. I don't think it killed me, but I'm clearly bleeding. Gonna stay right here, at the place I'm kneeling. 'cause I'm down in the dirt. But the dirt's where the seeds grow, then where the trees grow. Not a bad place to be. I'm in a world of hurt. But the hurt's where the gold is. What I've been told is not a bad place to be. So I close the curtains, I power the phone down. No distractions, I'm all alone now. My mother's touch, why think about that now? Would it be too much if I don't come back now? And I'm underground, think I'm doing alright here. I'm scared of the dark, but I know there's light here. And I'm looking around for some kind of savior. I've never not run. What if I just stayed here? Cause I'm down in the dirt. But the dirt's where the seeds go, then where the trees grow. Not a bad place to be. I'm in a world of hurt. But the hurt's where the gold is. What I've been told is not a bad place to be. So let me be. Let me be. So I'm leaving home, and I'm not returning. Everything I've known is a bridge for burning. I got knocked down, but I kept on learning. So I'm leaving home, and I'm not returning. I'm down in the dirt. I'm down in the dirt. So I'm leaving home, and I'm not returning. Everything I've known is a bridge for burning. I got knocked down, but I kept on learning. So I'm leaving home, and I'm not returning. I thank the dirt for what I found here. 'Cause I got my faith, and I got my doubt here. Gonna make a new home, 'cause I like it down here. I thank the dirt for what I found here. I thank the dirt for what I found here. I thank the dirt for what